Sorry.
I did accept LWC, everything I did.
Okay. Can you share your screen? So did you change anything on the tell me about yourself, Shravan?
I didn't change them yesterday. I kept it as usual. I gave a brief intro about myself.
Yeah, I am computer science graduate from Sri Vidyaketan Engineering College. I have around 2 years of experience in Accenture and very well enthusiastic to explore career opportunity in Salesforce. I have earned 150 target batches. Okay, fine. And when we are explaining about it, tell me about yourself. While explaining the tell me about yourself, we have to also give the information about the current project. So some members directly ask, okay, can you start explaining about yourself? That means you have to give your introduction as well as the product introduction also we have to give. Now,
Product
second
introduction
question,
means, may I know
some
what is product introduction?
no, some interviews will ask only they are interested about the explain your IT and Salesforce journey. So you need to repeat the answers sometime because these questions are direct. Few companies will ask the first question, few companies will ask the second question. So it has to be merged. So whenever we say tell me about yourself, it has to include the Salesforce experience as well as the what is your current project.
So you're saying that when anyone asks orally, I have to merge both the answers.
Yes, we have to merge the both the answers, but it has to be the answer should be there in the tell me about yourself also. So when you are asking, for example, I'm asking right now the interview is happening. Okay, can we start with your explanation? Can you brief about yourself? How do you answer?
Good morning, sir, or good morning, ma'am. I'm Shravanti. I have completed my graduation in computer science in the year 2021 from Sri Vidyaniketan College, Tirupati, and I have around 2 years of experience in Accenture. I'm very enthusiastic in cloud computing and Salesforce. My passion towards cloud computing started in the fourth year of my graduation.
That's it. So you will not be answering it because I'll not be asking the question, explain your ID.
I worked for ASC role in the year 2021, an admin part of Salesforce like profiles, permission sets, and aspects are related to data security.
Yeah. So because we have given the multiple questions, the reason is few members will ask that tell me about yourself. Few members will ask explain your IT and Salesforce journey. When we are saying about if you get a question, explain your IT and Salesforce journey, directly you need to start how did you started your Salesforce journey. But if somebody ask about tell me about yourself or let's start with introducing yourself, then we need to start with whatever you have written in the first three lines that as well as you need to combine the second one also.
Okay, got it.
Which clouds you worked in Salesforce?
I worked mostly on the service cloud in Salesforce. In banking project, with the help of that cloud, I handle the customers' interactions, managing the cases.
Okay, so only one cloud you have worked on, which is Service
Yes,
Cloud.
ma'am.
Okay. What is your notice period?
Right now, I'm not working, ma'am.
You can say that my notice, as per the company standards, it is 2 months. And right now I'm surviving the notice period, so I can join the company immediately as soon as possible.
Okay, ma'am. I should say that right now, as per company norms, it is 2 months and serving the notice period currently.
Yeah, right now I'm in the notice period, like I have a 20 days left, so I can join the company within 20 days. Immediately I can join it.
Ma'am, does it reflect anything, ma'am, in interview?
No, it does not reflect anything. What do you mean by it reflect
So,
in?
so far, whatever the applications applied, they gave a checkbox like your availability. Some gave immediately, some 15 to 20 days, some 1 month like that. Most of them I applied immediate. Ma'am, does it have any effect on those recruiters?
Right now, the company is looking for the candidates who can join immediately within 10 days or 20 days. So that's the reason when you, instead of specifying the immediately, you can say that 20 days are left. So I can join within the 20 days because the interview process may go for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. By that time, you will complete your notice period. Are
Okay,
you
ma'am,
a
that's understood.
contract or are you contract or a permanent
No,
employee?
as a permanent employee.
Okay, what's your current CTC?
My current CTC was 4 point around 5 LPA.
Okay, is your CTC fixed or variable?
Fixed CTC.
Okay, what's your monthly take home?
It's 40,000. It's 35 to 14, between 35,000 to 40,000.
Per month, specify
Yes,
per
per
month.
month is it won't change, Shravanti. Might be if you get any allowances, tax might vary and it will change. Usually not 35 to 40. It will be fixed net income is after taxation. Tell 35 or 40, that's it. Not 35 to 40. CTC also
It's
fixed.
35,000.
Be specific, either 35 or a 40
It's 35, ma'am, 35,000.
per month. Specify that.
Whenever I have night allowances, it's 35, ma'am.
Okay, that's okay. So 35,000 per month.
Okay, ma'am.
What is your expected salary?
As per the company norms, I prefer.
Okay, as per the company norms, it should be fine. Okay, scroll down. And they will still ask you that what is your expected. You can say that, okay, as per the company standards. Now, how many projects you have worked on it?
I have worked on one project itself.
Okay. And explain your current Salesforce project.
I worked in a Citibank project where I used Service Cloud for managing the customer data, interactions, and profiles, permissions, etc.
Okay. You need to give at least more information about your project. So I worked on the Citibank project. There I have we in this project we have implemented the entire project in Service Cloud. And in the Service Cloud, we get a cases from the website directly from the bank. Whenever there is a case is raised by the customer, we will get a case is as soon as the case is submitted in the Salesforce, there is a case gets generated. So we have implemented the Web2 case functionality. Through that, the case gets created in Salesforce. Now, once the case is created, then it will be assigned to the different profile and different users. There are two profiles are there, manager profile and admin profile. So as soon as the case is created, the assignment rule gets executed and it will be assigned to the manager. So once it is assigned to the manager, so manager will distribute the cases to the respective members. And according to that, we have a life cycle path in the case. So either case at the end, it will be go for a close lost, or it will be go for a closed own. When it goes for a close lost, or if it is a like a we did not resolve the case. So sometimes it is not possible that every
It will be
case
escalated.
close or might not go for a close. And
So
sometimes we
manager,
also, yeah,
sorry for the interruption, ma'am. We will implement Web2 case functionality once the case is created, and it will be assigned to different profiles like manager and administrator, and
mhm.
the assignment rule gets executed, and the cases will be assigned to different members.
Different members, and in case if the case is not taken by the any member, it gets escalated. So we have a escalation rule that is implemented. So during this process, I have worked on a lightning flows, validation rules, and formula fields, and also we have implemented the trigger on the case, apex trigger, and we have a scheduled few batch classes to run at night in order to update the cases. So this is, so whenever you are explaining the project, you need to add your work also. Like what kind of a work you have done it in this project. You need to give a project information, like how the project was implemented and what is the part you have played it in that project.
Okay, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay, what are your roles and responsibility in this project?
Mine was an ASC role. Successfully, I managed the service cloud, implemented effective solutions to streamline the various processes and users' experience, and I was involved in the data loader activity, like importing the data into our Salesforce from external Excel sheets, which was provided by the clients.
Okay. And also you can specify that I closely work with my team members in order to resolve, in order to fix the critical issues or in order to complete the assigned work.
And
And what are the clients you have worked on it? Who is the client for this project, the current project?
my client is Citibank, and its location is a USA.
Okay. And what are your strength and weakness while working on your Salesforce project?
My strengths are I am a good learner and I am committed to complete the assigned task within a time frame. And I
Okay.
keep on learning new things and exploring new things related to my technology in which I am working. And my one weakness is that at initial days, I felt that everything looked new and I felt nervous while performing the work. And sometimes when the situations are bad, things came out of control, and I was a little bit afraid that how can I rectify those things. Later, I reported to my team lead, and she has helped me.
So here add the weakness first, because your weakness is the how you started your Salesforce journey. After that, your strength is you are become a good learner, as you have faced initially on the project about handling the tickets or user stories. So bit nervous on that. So later I have overcome and I have gained so much knowledge while doing this. So, and that's how my strength got increased. Now I became a good learner and committed to complete my assignment task. So at the first weakness, and how did you overcome? And whatever you overcome, that became your strength.
So, first, you need to focus on weakness, and later, we need to
Yes.
move towards strength.
Yes. So that will be a proper way to present it.
Okay, ma'am, I will implement it.
And what is your team size in your current
My
project?
team size is 6 to 7 people.
Okay. We'll move on to the admin questions. What are recent admin scenarios you have worked on?
In a banking project, I encountered a scenario where I have to enhance the security measures in the Salesforce platform. As an admin, my task was to review and profiles and also update the profiles, restricting the access towards sensitive data, and also implementing the two-factor authentication in order to safeguard that particular data and configuring the flows.
Okay, how did you get the permission profile and permission set? Where did you, how did you, where is you cross verified the permissions in the profile? Which permission should be there? How do you know that?
It will be mentioned in that document for which profile what permissions we need to give, because they are used to restrict the access, and
Okay,
permission sets are used to open up the access by extending the profiles.
provided the documentation about the,
Whatever they have mentioned in document, based on that I have to follow.
okay, who has provided the document?
It will be provided by some clients, shall I tell the names of the persons or shall I say
No,
this
no,
team lead?
we should not never specify the person name in the
They will be
interview.
given by some clients to our team lead, and team lead will circulate them through mail, and we have to work on them.
Okay. And the flow, whatever the login flow is there. So how did you configure the login flow? How did you configure the login flow?
Login flows are used to add extra layer of security, like just like its authentication mechanism.
So you have specified here, implement two-factor authentication for users who are dealing with the critical financial data. This involved configuring the login flows. So how did you do that login flow configuration? Like what kind of a configuration of the login flows?
Login flows, just gave mention in the document for the namesake, but that part later it was handled to other team members, as it is somewhat tough to do.
Okay. And have you created the data model? So the patient medical appointment, have you created the custom
That
object?
thing I have created, ma'am, but when I try to move, they're going away. Ma'am, may I know what is that login flows, ma'am?
Sorry?
You said the login flows, ma'am. That thing just for the namesake they have mentioned in the task, but it was appointed to other team members. That login flow task while I was working.
So instead of a login flow, go back to the document. So do not specify the login flow if you are not clear on that. So here involved in configuring the users. Basically, you are creating the users, right, to log in into the system. So
Hmm.
the users who are dealing with the critical financial, so their users records you are creating it. So just specify up to the data. This involved configuring the users. That's it. If you want to specify, just mention that configuring the users record in Salesforce instead of a login flow, configuring the user record inside the Salesforce. Fine. Now show me the data model. Design the data model.
Ma'am, I have created another object called as a patient appointment assignment, ma'am. It's
Mhm.
because every single doctor should have only some few patients. But I have implemented, but it's keep on moving.
Try to drag, Shravanti, try to drag the objects nearby so that we can view the objects on the canvas.
Shall I clear it again and do?
The 4 objects on the canvas only, no?
It's there, but when I try to move and check others, it's not.
Okay.
Here is
Click on the auto layout on top. Click on auto layout. Okay. Now drag it.
Now it
Now
is.
it's yeah. Now you just need to drag it and adjust. Minimize it. So put the minus button, click on the minus button. Have to scroll up this one. Not that one. Yeah. Auto
So I
layout.
have implemented doctor patient object, ma'am. It's a master detail. That means that doctor is having a master detail relationship. I have implemented this object. This doctor patient
Click on auto layout.
auto layout.
Okay. Now adjust it. Whatever the bottom lines are. See here. Now this side you can see where are your objects.
in the right side down corner, you can see the minimize window, right? On the window, you can see this on the canvas, the right side down corner. No, this down. Here you try to drag the objects nearby. Try to adjust there. Drag the put it there. No, the top object you can drag to on the blue layer. Now drag those objects to the blue layer. Now you can try on the main screen itself. Try to no main canvas. You can drag the objects nearby. Keep one patient object in the middle and the medical record doctor objects you can drag.
Patient in middle, doctor in.
Now drag the doctor object. Yes. Now down another object is there, right? Scroll up and you try to drag. Now patient in the try to drag the canvas. Now it is fine.
This I have implemented another object because you said one condition, ma'am, yesterday. So only some patients only should be assigned to a doctor.
Now my question here, why can't appointment is a junction object? Why do we need a new another object? Why can't we make the appointment as a junction object?
Ma'am, we can make
Anybody
the
can.
appointment as a junction object, like creating the two master detail relationship with the appointment. Like doctor is a master for the appointment and also the patient is a master for appointment, right?
Yeah, so we can create a master detail relationship on the appointment. One
Yes.
master detail relationship will be linked to the patient, another master detail will be linked to the doctor.
Doctor.
So we do not need a additional junction object, Shravanti.
Ma'am, for example, let's say there is a scenario like, so in master detail relationship, if we delete the record in the master detail, the,
Chain wheels.
the child will be deleted, right? So in this
Hmm.
case, there are two master detail objects like doctor and patient. Appointment is the, the child one.
Junction
If we
between the
delete,
two objects.
if we delete doctor or patient, whether the appointment is deleted or not deleted.
Now here, parent will be the patient. Now you are asking
So if
parent is
appointment is deleted automatically, there is no use of doctor and patient, right?
For appointment, there are two master, right?
Doctor and patient.
So if you delete the patient record, uh, there is another master for appointment,
Doc.
right?
Hmm. But in MD relationship, it's tightly coupled, right? One cannot exist without another, not like a lookup.
Okay. Okay.
we have to go with the lookup relationship.
Lookup I have implemented manually, ma'am.
No must. So his question
Here,
is
as in the question before the first day, what you have said in the demo, based on that, I implemented manually, not graphic.
okay. So here, now go back to your schema builder. And that is an example in the documentation. That is just an example. I did not mention that we have to create only this relationship. No, right? It is an example, just an example. But whatever the possibilities are there, we can implement it. Now here you do not need an additional object, which is a doctor patient. What are the custom object you have created? What you can do is on the appointment itself, you can create a relationship which is looking up to the patient, and another relationship is which is looking up to the doctor. Now here, doctors we will not be deleting. Once the doctor record is created, on the doctor will have a active checkbox, whether this doctor is active or not. So that we can maintain it. But patient data, once the data is inserted in the patient record in the hospital, they do not delete the patient records. They will just deactivate the patient. Deactivate is
Yes.
nothing but the patient is no more there in the hospital
It's
or not.
permanently removing the user.
They will not be deleting the patients and they will not be deleting the doctor's record, because these are very information. Tomorrow, if the maybe right now the person has did not come or the person is planned to go to the different hospital, but in future the person might come. So whenever the person comes, then what are the inactive is there, we can activate that record. So patient records, doctor's records, we will not be deleting it. It has the active checkbox or not. So based on the checkboxes, we can handle. Is
So
that
based
clear,
on our
sir?
requirement, we can enable or we can disable.
Yeah. Upender, is that clear? So there won't be no delete option.
It's a little bit confusing, ma'am. For example, let's say there is two master, right? So for example, I deleted the patient, automatically the appointment will be deleted. But the appointment should be needed for the doctor, right?
Let me share my screen.
Okay.
We have a appointment object. So this is the appointment object.
Mhm.
Also, we have a two other objects, which is a patient and doctor. and doctor object. Now, so from the appointment, what we can do is we have to implement a relationship that is looking up to the doctor. That means this is a child record, this is the parent record. Now, from the appointment, we need to create another relationship that is looking up to the patient. That means this is a child record and this is the parent record. Now the decision we need to make it, do I need to go for a lookup relationship or master data relationship? That is the decision we have to make. So in order to make the decision, only the confusion we have here is whenever in case if there is a the doctor is resigned the hospital. Whenever the doctor is resigned the hospital and if they are moving on it, what is the scenario? Now there are two scenarios. Now company will say that no, we will delete the doctor record. If the doctor is not available inside our organization, we will delete the doctor. Or else they will say that instead of deleting the record, we will have a checkbox. We will have a checkbox. On this checkbox will be available on doctor's record. If the checkbox is true, that means doctor is working in our organization. If checkbox is false, then doctor is working, he is not working, doctor is not working in our organization. So based on this checkbox, we can calculate it who all are working on it. So, but we want this data to be historical data should be there. That means today the person is not working from this month, but he has already worked previously. So we want that data to be present inside our organization. It is needed for our data capturing information or for reporting purpose. In future, if I want any help, I can contact those doctors. So we want the doctor details. We don't want to delete the doctor details. So two scenarios are there. Now, similarly, here we have another one, which is a patient. Now, here another one, we have a patient. So there is first we need to confirm with the business. If the patient is not available within the hospital or he is done with the medical or the patient did not visit to hospital, what is the scenario? If the patient is already registered in the hospital and he is not visiting anymore in the hospital, then do we want to delete the record? Maybe we want to delete the record, right? Or else for data purpose in Salesforce, data is important. So for data capturing it, we do not want to delete the patient record. We wanted to keep the patient record, but we wanted to have a checkbox and as well as the last visited date. Last visited date. Now, if checkbox is true, and last visit date is the last month 30th. That means recently. If it is a false, checkbox is false. That means the person did not visit to the hospital for almost maybe 1 year. That means it was long back. He is not visiting to the. Now this patient is a diagnosis patient, like they have to visit the hospital every week. But right now they are not visiting to the hospital. Now this is the condition. When we have this condition, so that time if it is a true and if it is a recently he has visited, that means this person is active. Now if it is a false, 1 year back he visited to the hospital, then it will be a patient is no more linked to the hospital. Now this is what we wanted to maintain. Now there is two scenarios are there. Here also there are two scenarios are there. For the first scenario, where we have to delete the patient. If the patient is not coming, I need to delete the patient. In this case, we will go for a lookup relationship. We will be going for the lookup relationship. So either if the patient is deleted, right? Now related appointment has to be a cancelled. If the doctor is deleted, related appointment has to be cancelled. So if it is a delete patient, that means I wanted to delete the records, then we have to go with the lookup relationship. In case if you want to go with, now in this case, if you want to go with, in case if you want to go with master detail, so what will happen? In the master detail, if you delete this, the appointment is automatically deleted. If the patient is deleted, it will be automatically deleted. Right? Or if they says that, okay, patient is deleted, but keep the appointment. If that is the scenario, then we need this loosely coupled. But what we will do with the appointment when the patient is deleted, when the doctor is deleted, what we will do with the appointment? Right? If I go with the lookup relationship, if the parent record is deleted, child will be active, but the link will be missing. Now, if I implement a lookup relationship, doctor is deleted, but by just keeping the appointment, does it help? It will not help. If the parent is deleted, if I'm deleting this parent, then related appointment has to be removed. So the doctor appointment, doctor calendar gets freed up. Right? In that case, we will go for a master detail relationship. For second scenario, whenever the checkbox, we are not deleting the record. We are not deleting the record. We are maintaining the data just by using the two flags in the doctor record, here also in the checkbox as well as the last visited. Based on this, we are making it. So here also what we are doing is we are making the master detail relationship. So this is also master detail relationship. Either you can go for master detail or you can go for lookup relationship. Now here, lookup relationship is nothing but loosely coupled. That's okay. If I'm not deleting it, but in this case, the second scenario, we are not deleting at all. Now in the first scenario, when we delete it, if we want appointment to be deleted, then go ahead and implement a master detail relationship. If we want appointment not to be deleted, right? In that case, we need to go for a lookup relationship. Whatever scenario we have given, we will be implementing the master detail relationship. That clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Bender?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is clear.
Okay. Shravanti, go ahead and share your screen.
Doubt, ma'am, we have said earlier that if patient is deleted and appointment is still exists, we need to prefer lookup.
Yeah, if we want appointment to be there, then in that case, we need to prefer the lookup
But
relationship.
why reverse in the case of doctor and appointment now?
Why reverse mechanism means?
If he said the second case says if doctor is deleted, appointment is still existing, then he said we need to implement MD master detail.
So here, if you want the confirmation here we need it is whenever either patient or a doctor record, either patient or a doctor record is deleted, then we wanted to delete the child records. Whatever the appointments are there, if we want to delete the child records, then we have to go with the master detail relationship. But let's say if the master or doctor is deleted, but we wanted to keep the appointment as it is, appointment records are as it is, then in that case, we have to go for a lookup relationship.
Okay, if any of the doctor patient is deleted and if appointment also deleted, we need to prefer MD. And if anyone is deleted and if appointment wants means we need to prefer lookup.
Yeah, simple concept, parent child. If the parent is deleted, do you want to delete the child record? If yes, then go ahead and implement a master detail. If you want child record to be there, just delete the parent record, then it is a lookup relationship.
It's clear, ma'am.
And share your screen.
Yes. Data that was just schema, ma'am, I should share.
Sorry, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I'm sharing the screen.
So your data model is not right, so you need to correct the data model. And how about the OWD settings?
OWD I implemented.
Others, so have you done with all these things? Vamshi, Sushma, Suma,
Madhu
Ravi.
can take care of it. I have one. I'll be back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
No, sir. Still working on it.
I implemented for OWD in the case of patient.
Madam will be back. Any other people have any doubts on this, like on this first admin data modeling?
Sir, I have prepared my resume and I have prepared the general questions and all. Can you please check it once so that I can know when whatever corrections are there, I'll do the corrections. Can you? Oh,
No, yeah, like Madam is explaining to Seventy, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can compare your answers.
Oh, no, no, no.
Resume will check.
Resume only I am trying to show
Remaining
you.
documentation.
Yes, sir.
This one, paper one, everything you completed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Like any mistakes are there, like Madam was explaining. Now,
Yes, sir. Yes,
uh,
some corrections are there in the development part. I need some classes ma'am have written no class and trigger. I'm trying to aware of that code. I'm trying to explore the code knowledge by seeing that. Sir. I'm working on the same code in my org and I'm testing whether it is working or not. What are the mistakes that I am doing? I'm trying to aware in that.
okay, Madam will check because if you want to present, you have to take initiation and ask Madam.
Okay, okay, sir.
If you don't speak, Madam will not tell, na?
Yes, yes. I'm thinking of that before in the last week we ma'am has presented our paper no no in this week new students new some others have joined no so if ma'am want to explain ma'am want to know the explanations from them so that I am keep on mute sir.
Okay. Divina, have you done with the paper questions? Gagan?
Just I'm working on that, sir.
Okay.
Because I am a fresher. So
Okay,
I
where
have
was
not
your
got any of the projects.
Okay.
So I was not aware how to go about.
Like if you know technical aspects, you can solve this. Like complete technically, you understand all the concepts. You have to try. Then you can
No,
ask
sir.
me. Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
we have not worked on project. During the classes we have done. Or taking one of the project I have done in the class.
Uh-huh.
During the class, whatever sir was teaching us,
Okay, what project you have done?
school management and pharmacy management. But I have
Okay.
not worked with the client. It is my personal study.
Yeah, that's fine. But how you implemented those projects? What functionalities you have used?
Now it's a very long time since I don't remember exactly, sir. Once again, I will go through that and I will come back next.
Because if you get a gap, you will forget, Divina.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Anything you have to continuously apply and till you get job, you should be in touch with the subject. Do something every day so that you can crack interview. Otherwise, you will forget again. You have to start from zero. Okay. So
Yeah,
Gagan,
okay, sir.
Gagan, have you done? Gagan, Gurpreet,
Sir, I did, and have shared the documentation,
okay,
the programming which I can do. I did that much.
okay. Have you noted down your doubts and everything?
No, sir.
No, every day you people have to come with your questions. So you have to post in chat so that we will discuss on those things. Okay, today we are discussing with Sravanti. Again, Sravanti and Sai Krishna or someone will come. You will be keep mum in class. Then you will not get anything. You
Sir,
have to
and
be proactive.
sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that the recorded videos which were provided for this session, interview preparation folder, in that all the answers are not there. In
Which
recorded
answer?
videos, answers to these questions, only one program is there. I have watched the videos, recorded videos. In
Okay.
that, answers are
Once
not there.
today you have to try all those things. We will upload whatever discussions are happening for last day. We will upload that video. Remaining things you have to come up with questions and you have to clear. So this key paper will be available only to the people those who have completed. If you don't complete, why you want key? You have to try and do it by yourself.
Yes, sir, I did that. I have shared the documentation. I did try,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I've shared the
You have
documentation.
to complete the tasks. Okay. First complete those. We will give key to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mayank, have you done?
Sir, I will do it today. I'm in progress. Half is done, half is remaining.
Why? What you are doing, Mayank? From 3 days.
Sir, I was not at home due to some emergency. That's why, sir. Today only I got time, so today only I am starting.
If you want
I
job,
will
you
submit
have to
it
keep
tomorrow, sir.
everything away and you have to focus on it, right? Just
Yes,
2 3 weeks,
yes.
if you work on it, you will come to interview mode. You will crack interview.
Yes, sir, yes.
Navanita,
Yes, sir.
have you done?
I'm working on topics, sir. Development.
Admin done.
Admin done, sir. I sent those documents.
Okay. Naveen,
Sir, I am shared the document with that
you
mail
have
ID.
completed LWC and admin you have completed or not?
Except admin, I have completed all that.
Oh, why you are too fast? You are at development and LWC. Admin, you don't know.
Admin, right now I am learning that, sir. That's why it is taking so much time to understand and doing the task.
Then how
It
you are
is
doing
taking-
LWC and Apex?
LWC I have learned, sir. That's why I am doing this.
How?
Previously, one of my friend, he has explained me, he's working.
Okay.
Previously, I have done on the front-end technologies like React. On that I have worked, sir. That's why,
Oh, okay. That's why you have knowledge.
yes. That's why I'm able to understand this.
Pranay,
Sir, I'm recently completed my graduation, sir.
I know you have recently completed. I am asking about question paper.
Sir, I'm just working on it, sir. I'm fully practiced on Trailhead, sir. Just I'm looking only Trailhead present right now.
You are doing trial head. You are able to do these tasks or not?
Yes, sir. I'm doing tasks also, but it's not
How much
completed.
is completed? Question 1, paper 1.
General questions completed, sir.
And project?
Not yet completed, sir. I have fully depend on
Have you
Trailhead
done any
daily.
super badges?
Yes, sir.
Those super badges only your project.
Okay.
You have to enter that details
Okay, sir.
in your project questions.
Okay, sir.
And these scenarios, if you are able to do means in real time when they ask in interview, you can do that scenarios.
Okay, sir.
Then you can do job.
Okay, sir.
Trial head you can easily do.
Yes, sir.
After completing this, you have to do trial head.
Okay, sir.
Trial head is directly it is giving answers to you.
Okay, sir.
There is no difficulties in handling trial head.
Yes, sir.
Along with your technical, you have to do trial head. If you do only trial head, you will not, there is no use.
Okay, sir.
Once you learn technical, if you are not able to clear interviews, if you want to learn more, if you want to get more clarity, then trial head. It is like a project trial head.
Okay, sir.
Trial head will not help you to learn Salesforce.
Okay, sir.
It will make you to correct your technical skills and to improve your skills, not to learn.
Okay, sir.
First complete these scenarios, then go to trial head.
Okay, sir.
Go to reverse.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Prasad,
Sir, whichever I have completed, I have submitted in the drive, sir. And right now only Apex little bit is pending that I'm doing, sir.
LWC.
LWC and all is completed and I have submitted in the drive, sir.
Okay. So you speak when madam come to the class, tell your
Yes.
status.
Only Apex is pending that I am looking if anyone's shows or madam helps that I'm checking and I have only a few is pending. Then even that I'll update at in the drive, sir.
Madam
Word
will
and
she will explain Apex as well.
okay,
Because
sir. Once that is explained, I can complete and submit, sir.
and
Whichever is done,
you send message in chat. Okay, so that madam will see and she will focus on that. Otherwise, she will go one by one. It takes 1 week time to complete all questionnaires. So you also take proactive steps. Nothing will happen. Nobody will not feel anything. Shirisha, are you doing?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm doing it.
Okay, how much you have completed?
General questions and this project questions, a few left, but I'm working on it.
Have
And
you gone
admin part,
for YouTube video?
yeah, I went to the YouTube video, but what my point is, you kept, I mean, you said on all the general things, but in my project, what I mean in my resume, what they kept is a financial project. So I'm working on it actually.
Okay, you can go to finance. What is that? In left side finance cloud, you can go and you can check to finance cloud projects, right?
Yeah, I didn't work on the financial project. They kept, I worked on the sales and service cloud, but my client is finance side.
Yeah. So when it is there, finance, you have to
Mm-hmm.
go to one of the finance customer and check what they have written in the description. So same thing you explain in your project as your project. Okay, if you have
Yeah.
what you
Mm-hmm.
have to do is you have to write your project description clearly.
Hmm.
So when you can ask madam whether this project description is right or not. If she say okay, then you can go ahead with that project description. Roles and responsibilities are common for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roles and responsibilities,
So,
I'm okay with it. Only the project description, I'm just checking.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll work on it. I have few friends, and I'm also asking with them whether they have any project
And one more
line
thing is
something.
everyone will not have clarity on project description
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm,
they
yeah,
might
yeah.
be working on some part of the project. End to end, those who are working as a technical architect or solution architect, they will have knowledge because they
Yes.
are working with the client from the requirement stage.
Mm-hmm.
Entire project, if you want to understand, you have to go to customer success stories. You can read it. They overall, in brief, they have mentioned what they have done in Salesforce from end to end. So you can
Mm-hmm.
explain that. That much is enough.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah.
just they want to understand what this project does. So it is a sales cloud. Sales cloud means in sales cloud, when everyone use sales cloud. If they are into business, they have to use sales cloud. Means sales
Hmm.
process. You go to one client, that's enough. You see it. If a project is sales cloud or finance cloud or something else, you can read it and you can explain the same content.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, just to
Yeah, I'll check
converting
and
is very
hmm.
simple. First to understand it, put in your question paper answers, then discuss with madam. Because if we
Sure.
discuss, when we are discussing with sales cloud something, you will get the knowledge. You can explain same in the your project. Particularly, we don't need to risk on which project we have because we don't know whether that project is there or not. Also, we don't know.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Uh, Even if you are working in some other technology and some other domain, your real time experience is in that technology. You can convert into Salesforce and you can tell. They don't verify, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
You can do it. It is a simple
Yeah.
step.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Vamshi,
Yeah, completed till Epic, admin part, working on those epics.
okay. Arun, you joined first time today. I didn't see you from last 3 days. Arun, okay. Hari, have you done with first question paper?
Yes, sir. My side, one question is pending, sir.
One.
Development, sir.
Okay. Binod, Binod, are you there? Okay. Today, like we have given 3 days time to complete the question paper. Madam is coming one by one. Just to post in chat where you have stuck to, so that madam will come and now she will discuss the your point where you have stuck to that point. She will discuss. Post
Okay.
your yeah.
Yeah, Shravanti.
I say
Sure.
Swapna, like
Yeah.
post their questions where they have stuck, so that we can discuss on that. Meantime, you can discuss with Shravanti.
Okay. And somebody was talking about the development part has a difficulty, right? Prasad, what is the issue in the development? Prasad, are you there? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, Shravanti, in the meantime, can you show me the OWD? And guys, please post your questions here because today is the last of the first question paper. Whatever the questions are there, just post it. We need to complete it today. Shravanti, have you implemented the OWD part? It's not there. Okay, she's sharing. No, OWD, I'm asking. Okay, sharing rules, for this one is. Can you go up? Scroll up. Okay, rule name is this one, full name description is active, rule is active. Now, did you create this or it was already created? When the object is created, that time it was created or did you create it? You are on mute if you are talking.
It's a custom object, my first I created and later this one I have done.
Did you create this sharing rule or this is a scoping rule? It is not a sharing rule. So did you create this scoping rule or was it already created?
I created this one.
Okay, why? What is the purpose of this scoping rule? Why did you create it?
It mentions the user's scope, what they can do on the record, any operation like
Not the
create,
scope rule.
edit.
It is a sharing rule. I have mentioned sharing. Sharing rule is a different. Scoping rule is a different. The scoping rule is added by the latest release. It was not there earlier. So when we say OWD, go to the home, search for a sharing rule.
Sharing settings.
Yeah, sharing settings, search for it. Open that sharing settings. Here we need to make a changes. What are the custom objects you have created? We need to make those change those custom object access here to private. Now,
For all or only for
custom object, what are the custom objects you have created, not the lead? For our, what are the assignment?
Patient, medical record, appointment, and a doctor.
Okay, that's fine. Anybody completed the development part of it? This is the admin. Anybody completed the development? At least one question in the development.
I'm just gathering all the theoretical information regarding the scenarios. So I will be implementing all in the org. Like there is a scenario in the SOC call, right? So if you want to retrieve specific records from the account or contact limited to the 10 or uh, records which are similar first name like last name. I have taken these scenarios and I should implement these in the org. I'm trying.
Okay. How about others?
I also did this development one question with sharing rules, but I'm not able to see the corresponding automatic object for patient, that is patient share.
Which question you are talking about?
This question. This one, implement the sharing rules for Apex sharing rules for precise access control to patient records based on criteria.
Yeah. So this one, what is this means is now you have kept the private, right? So there is a profile for the doctors. Whenever the doctor logged in, they will not be able to see all the patient information. Whatever the patient is assigned to the doctor, they will not be able to see those doctor. They will not be able to see the patients. Now, how do you make sure that they should be able to see the patient? Now, how do you provide a access that whatever the patients are assigned to those doctor, how do you provide the access?
Whatever the patients are assigned to doctor, will provide the access as a public read only. Others it will be private, but they are because they are not assigned to the doctor.
No, OWD has to be a private. The question
But three
which is there,
options are there, right? Not only private, public read only, private and public read are right.
if the public read, right, we should not change the OWD just for sharing the records. If I give the public, what will happen? Doctor will be able to see all the patients. If the patient is assigned to different doctor, that also he can see. But we do not want to make that visible all the patients. Only the patients that are assigned to this person, this doctor, only they will be able to see the patient's record that are assigned to them.
So we need to implement as private because it is particularly mentioned that whatever the patients we have assigned to doctor, that doctor itself should see only them.
What you will implement?
We will keep the setting as private because we are restricting the doctor's visibility.
It will be a private.
Hmm.
And on top of it, whatever the question is there in the Apex class. So we need to share the reports to the respective members. Now let me share my screen.
And can we achieve this scenario by using the record types? Like when we create couple of doctors like ENT doctor, physiotherapy doctor, when we are entering the patient information, we can uh, select the pick list, right? For which doctor the patient is assigning so that the doctor can see only those patients.
Okay. Now, just a second. Shravanti, can you stop sharing? So let's say here you will create a record type. Okay. Now in this record type, this is one record type. Maybe this is the ENT record type. In the ENT, again you will have so many ENT doctors will be there. Right? So here one ENT doctor, doctor 1, and another ENT doctor 2, another ENT doctor 3. So record type level also, if you create a record type ENT, there also you have a doctor one. And whatever the patients are assigned to doctor one, only those patients should be visible to doctor one. And whatever the patients are assigned to the doctor two, only that should be visible. And doctor one should not be able to see the doctor two patients. Even if you create a record type also, you will not be able to do. This is the same scenario. Now here we have given the question in the Apex record sharing. That means as soon as the patient is created, we will assign the patient to doctor. Based on the assignment, we will be sharing the records to these doctors. So you will have a assignment here. Record sharing control. Implement a Apex sharing rule for giving the access to the patient record based on the criteria. Now see here, I'm combining the two questions. Whatever I'm explaining right now, I'm going to combine the two questions. One is, I'm going to combine the 4.5 and 4.3. Together we can implement the scenario. 4.3 and 4.5 and 4.4 also, if you want to implement it, you can implement it. Right now, I'm going to show combination of the 4.5 and 4.3. 4.5 is the trigger, which is where we are tracking the real-time data updates. And 4.3 is a sharing record. Now here, we need to implement a trigger on the patient. Whenever there is a insert, patient is created or we are updating the patient. That means before this patient was referred, we have updated to doctor 1. Now previously it was a doctor 4. Now I have updated the lookup relationship from the doctor 4 record to the doctor 1. So whenever we update or insert new record, patient record, what we are doing is we are checking is whether the doctor value is available or not. If value is available, then I'm collecting those patients record. And passing those patients record to the sharing mechanism. Passing the patient record to the sharing mechanism. So this is the sharing rule. In this sharing rule, in the Apex class, what I'm doing, I'm implementing the sharing patient record. And we are collecting whatever the trigger is executed, it is providing us the patient record. Now, whenever the object is created, every object is having a share mechanism. Share object is automatically created. Now, if I create a patient object, immediately at the back end, patient underscore share object gets created automatically. If I create an appointment share object is created automatically. If I create a medical share object is created automatically. So wherever you see underscore share is nothing but while creating the custom object, whenever we are creating the custom object, that time only the sharing object will be created. So this sharing object will handle all kind of sharings. Now you can also verify from the developer console, go to the file, click on this open and click on this object. Let's say here I have created the medical record. So whenever the medical record is created, medical underscore share is created automatically. Now I have created the doctor's object. Whenever the doctor object is created, doctor underscore share is created. So doctor underscore share or a patient underscore share. Wherever it is ending the underscore share, those objects holds the sharing records. Now click on this and let's say I'm going to the patient. Now click on this patient share and click on this open. Now you will be having a ID, parent ID, user or group ID. user or group ID, access level, what kind of access we are giving, what is the row cause, is it a manual update or automatic? So these are the one. Let's query this. Click on this here. Now this is the sharing ID and this is the actual record which we are sharing it. And these are the group or users who we are sharing it. And what is the access level? Are we giving the edit access or a view or access or complete access? And who is the row cause? Row cause will be the owner or a manual. Which one is that? So we can define this. So patient underscore share is contains the complete sharing records. Now what we are doing is we are collecting the patient records and we are looping to the patient and storing that information into the map collection. In the map collection, I have a patient record, doctor ID. Now based on this doctor ID, I'll query the doctor information, whoever is the owner is there. Now I'm collecting the doctor information, doctor ID and doctor owner. Now the another for loop, which I'm looping to the patient list. Here we are initializing the patient underscore share. For this PT share, we are storing the parent ID. Parent ID will be the patient ID. User or group ID will be the doctor owner. So whenever the record is created, there will be a owner field. So doctor record is created by the same doctor. So whoever is the doctor record is created, the owner which we are sharing it. So how we are getting it? Now here I am collecting the doctor ID and who is the owner for the doctor record. And I'll pass it here the doctor ID. By passing the doctor ID, we get the owner information. This owner information we are storing into the user or a group ID. Access level is edit and the row cause will be the manual. So, and we are storing this all the individual share record into the list. Patient share is the list which we have created on top. Finally, we will check if we have a patient share, the size is greater than 0, then we are going to patient share record. So once it is inserted, you will be able to see the records like this. So this is the sharing ID, this is the doctor record ID, and this is the user whom we have shared it, and the access level is the edit access, the row cause is a manual. So that is the combination of 4.3 and 4.5. Now 4.4 also you can combine it. Once it is shared, then you can send an email to the owner, the doctor owner, you can send an email, which is a 4.4.
Ma'am, in the retrieved records, we have a field like row cause, right? In what is the purpose of that row cause field means?
Whenever we are sharing the record, we have in the admin, we have a two type of a sharing, manual sharing, automatic sharing.
Automated, yes.
So when you do the manual sharing, if you go to the sharing button, view a sharing, what kind of a sharing it says, manual or automatic?
Manual.
When you do the automatic sharing using the sharing rule, what kind of a access it shows?
Oh, the kinds of automated sharing are owner based and criteria based. And the options you are asking now?
No. So row cause is nothing but how are we sharing the records? Row cause is whether it is a manual or a automatic. Here we have a patient record. Let me go to the patient. Let me switch to patient record. Go to the patient. And I'll open one of the record. On this sharing history. Now click on this view. Now here it will show the reason for access. Is it a owner or is it a administrator or is it a manual sharing or is it a automated sharing? How did you share the record? Reason for access, row costs. Cost of the sharing. What is the reason for sharing the record? Administrator manual sharing. So in Apex, we do the annual manual.
Okay, it refers that in what way we are sharing the records, right now?
Right.
Ah.
Now, development, any other questions?
Ma'am, the scenario which is given in the question paper, no, it seemed to be like a generalized way. In the real time also, it seemed to be like this, or in a detailed manner they'll provide.
No, they
Or-
will give this much only.
Okay, okay. If in the ticket if it is like that, there is a call, right? In that the ticket explanations are going on and the work will need to be done later, right? In that discussion, can we ask like in detail, or else as a developer we need to understand and need to do?
On the initial call, you need to ask the detailed information. But after starting it, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, if you say that I still did not get the clarity on this, it is not accepted. Whenever you pick up the story, only that time you need to ask the questions.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Any other questions, guys?
That one,
private.
the flow one is there, no opportunity when there is a stage backwards.
That is the second paper that we will discuss later.
Okay, 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 I'm sorry.
Any questions?
And on OWD and all those objects are kept as private. We cannot see the patient and the share object, ma'am.
Yeah, we cannot see. That's the reason in the development, we have this sharing mechanism to be implemented. Admin, we are making it as a private. And in development, we are sharing the records. Share the records and send an email. Suma, I have not received from you on the 4.5. Have you updated the documentation?
4.5 is the trigger when, ma'am. I'm
Trigger
trying.
and email part. I did not
Yeah.
see in your documentation.
Yes, that is the one that I am trying to understand the code that you have given, the trigger, the patient share object that I am not aware of whether while creating the object it is it may exist on the backend, right? It may create backend. That I am trying to understand, and I need to write the code again. And I'll update again then let her drive.
Fine. Lightning, you guys can complete it. Lightning is easy. And anybody has any questions on the Lightning Web component?
Madam, in the game scenario, you have given the game, right? That below the icon, we are keeping the names means whenever the user clicking on that button means it is showing the undefined. You have selected the undefined. Like this, it is showing.
So if you click on these boxes, like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you click on this, it should take, before the score was 3. So now it should take it as a 4. Now if it is saying that undefined, that means whenever you are capturing the value on click of it, you are calling the JavaScript.
Sorry to interrupt you, madam. I'm getting the actual output what you have explained, but below that icon, we are unable to get that. Means that icon name, I am unable to get that.
This
Below
icon.
For example, we are having this one number. This is a this is a angry symbol. Bottom of this, we are not getting the angry. Means
That animation scenario he is saying, ma'am.
Second paper, ma'am.
That is second paper. This is not the second paper. This is the first paper. In the first paper, we do not have the animation, smiley, angry, all those things is in the second paper.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Okay, how about the integration? Any questions on this? You guys have to go through the recordings. If you are not aware of it, go through the recordings and complete this. Because at least one question will be raised in the interview from the integration point of it. At least they will ask you the connected app. If you don't know, also they will ask you the connected app remote site settings.
Ma'am, what we have to mention, like, what are the basic configuration for inbound calls? I mean, I have written the abbreviation and how to navigate. That is the configuration or something else?
Yeah, what did you written? Can you share your screen?
Yeah, just give me. Can you see my screen, ma'am?
I can see.
Yeah, I just written the, I mean, what is mean by inbound calls? And
Inbound call refers to the process of external system or a services making the request to the Salesforce. Okay, inbound calls are critical for scenario where the external data needs to be sent to and processed by the Salesforce, the external system. No. So basically, when you say the whatever you have written, that is fine.
Okay.
We are bringing the data to the Salesforce. If
Yes.
you want to bring the data to the Salesforce, what kind of a configuration you have to do?
Okay.
Like somebody else, like Amazon S3 is sending the data to Salesforce.
Okay.
If they are sending the data to Salesforce, what kind of a configuration you have to do it so that whenever they are sending it, we can hear that request and update the data in Salesforce.
Okay, what are the configuration settings they should made on their systems and Salesforce
Yes.
to receive the
Yes.
data from external?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Similarly, same with the outbound. If you need to send the data to external system,
yeah,
what kind of a configuration? Is it a same configuration, same as the inbound, or is it a different?
Okay.
And differences between the remote site settings and named credentials. Remote site settings deals with the accessing the external sites or services that your Salesforce or can connect via Apex callout. Now you have an answer here for above question. So remote site settings, accessing the external system or services that your Salesforce or can connect via Apex callout. So you need to define the remote site settings. Okay, go down. URL in the remote site settings allow the Salesforce to send the request to the location. Okay. Store and manage the authentication information for the external system, such as the username and password. Now, where is the named credentials?
Yeah, like here. Name credential used to store and manage authentication.
Okay, authentication it is used to store, but where do you see the change? Like when you just go with the remote site setting, what is the change will occur in the code level? Now that is the next question I'll ask you, but that's okay. So named credentials are, so where you need to do the authentication, the username password authentication, which is if you want directly. So in the remote site settings, we are just giving the URL, but we are not doing the authentication with the username password. But in the remote site settings, we can give the username, password, and authentication. Now, which username are you giving? External system username, password, or Salesforce, the current Salesforce one?
I mean, in the named credentials, ma'am.
Yeah.
I think when we make any call out from our system, so the request will be sending to the external system, right? So they will provide some username and password to connect their system. I think their credentials should be added in the Salesforce.
Confirm it. Cross verify, confirm it.
Okay. Ma'am, for the 6.1, what are the recent integration scenarios you have worked on? I mean, can we put a scenario like connecting the Salesforce or with the Postman, I mean, third-party app, and pushing some data into the Salesforce by using the Postman tools?
Yeah, you can specify, but explanation has to be like we have implemented the scenario when in the account record, we have a field called zip code.
Okay.
Whenever we enter the zip code, whether it is valid zip code or not, in order to cross verify that, on click of a save button, we are calling the integration to the, we are hitting the postman, which is a third party. If it is a valid, then it will be displayed auto-populated the complete address. Otherwise, it will show an error message.
Okay.
So that's how you can connect the scenario.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? It's almost 10 o'clock.
Patient share object to see what can I do.
Sorry?
Patient share object I'm not seeing, ma'am. But what can I do for it to see?
Object manager, you cannot see the share objects. Those are hidden objects. Go to the developer console, file, click on open, and then you will be able to see hidden objects. On the object manager, we cannot see those objects.
File hidden objects.
Yeah, developer console, click on the file and then click on the open. Then search for a patient. Okay, then if there are no questions, we can log off. Guruprit.
I did something on flows, ma'am, but update record I'm getting error.
Okay, we'll see that tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.
Integration part, the theoretical knowledge is enough as we have not practiced any. Is that enough to answer any 1-2 questions in integration? Is that
If
fine,
you are
ma'am?
putting the 5 years experience, they will ask you to write the code.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, if you are putting like around 2 years experience, I mean, will they expect depth coding from the LWC or integration from us?
How much experience? 2 years?
2.
Okay, if it is a 2 years, they will not expect that much in-depth coding.
Okay.
So Gurupreet, the error which you are receiving right now is you have uninstalled the Visual Studio and installed it again, right? Let me stop recording this.
Yes, ma'am.